Let's talk about the women, because despite what society says, men alone cannot have kids, right? Being gay, you cannot have kids. I don't care. You got to steal somebody else's kids. If you want to be an LGBTQ alphabet soup crowd, you got to steal somebody else's kids. You can't have your own kids. The women do suck. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Most women suck. And when I was in Toronto, the amount of women that I saw in these very low-cut, skimpy tops and skimpy outfits and just cussing and swearing like truck drivers and sailors, the most raunchy, disgusting things coming out of their mouths in public when I am by them. So if you're comfortable enough to say that with me in public, I could not imagine how you speak behind closed doors. These women have become so masculinized. The problem, you have to reject mediocrity. Now, you cannot reject mediocrity if you have no options, right? I'm very lucky. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm very fortunate. I'm 6'5". I'm tall, handsome, humble, and sexy. I was a former ex-professional hockey player. I have a lot going for me, right? I'm very fortunate in that aspect. I'm using that as my leverage point to reject mediocrity and get more of what I want so I get the results of life that I desire, right? If you allow any woman that responds to your text and touches your PP, your Pierre Polyev, and said, well, you know what? That seems like a good option. I'm going to wife that up. You are asking to get bent over, no spit, no lube, sandpaper finish, and saying, please, Mark Carney and the boys, give me more. No. You must be able to reject mediocrity for long enough to keep these shitbag women away so that you can leave space for the good ones. Because I don't care what anybody else on YouTube says, there are good women in this world. They're very good women. They're very hard to find, but they can be found and you can cultivate them. You can also convert them as well. If you find a woman young enough, and this is why I say 26 and up, no sir, she is too old to mold. Anywhere, obviously of legal age, between that and 25, they're usually young enough that you can mold them. You can take, and I can do a factory reset on a woman, no problem. You get a woman who is a liberal, you bring her over to the good side. It's very easy to do. If you have the frame and she respects you and likes you enough, now you could argue respecting you and liking you are the same thing for women. If you have enough of that, you can do that no problem. It's all it takes to facilitate that. And then you get more of what you want. So instead of having a woman run your show and tell you we're going to spend $80,000 to go into debt for a big wedding day when I'm going to take your ass to the divorce machine, 7 years later, take half the shit and alienate you from the kids, no, we're not going to do that. I cannot tell you how many women over the last year I've told, listen, I can like you, I can love you, I can want to spend my entire life with you, and I can want to have kids with you. But you can bet your ass there will be no marriage involved. You don't want to get married? No. N-O, period. That's the sentence. No, there will be no marriage. You, I, and Mark Carney and the state will not be going into bed together and getting into a contract. If you want to be with me, you better want to be with me because you want my kids. And they say, well, how are you going to show me your commitment if we're not going to be married? Do you have any idea how many women would love to have the genetics of a 6'5", tall, handsome, humble, and sexy ex-professional athlete for their children? That is my leveraging stick. I don't know what your leveraging stick is. Figure that out. Do you have money? Are you tall? Are you handsome? What do you have to have leverage to get more of what you want? That's what I have. And the amount of women that come in, borderline like terrorists, saying, if you don't want to get married, I'm out. Okay. I wish you all the best. Well, I guess if you want to have kids, I guess that works. You don't like the government? No, absolutely not. I don't want my government involved any more in my life than they need to be at all. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we can do that. And they will come around. You can do a factory reset on a woman, no problem, to get more of what you want out of life. So bitching and moaning about women sucking, and they do. A lot of women suck. Most women are terrible options, both for long-term potential. They are recreational use only. Use them for practice. That's all they are good for. But there are some good women that you can have for long-term success and to be the mother of your children. And they exist. Now, as the third world takes over, which you can't do anything about because it seems to be, interestingly enough, all the borders open at the same time. The US, Canada, Australia, the UK, etc., etc. The crime is going up. The crime is going up like crazy. So what can you do about it? The government, like I said at the beginning of the video, is not going to come and save you. If they wanted to save you, they would. They're not. So what are you and your ass going to do about it?